Hello and welcome. I'm your host Piyush. Let's begin. Let's start with a coup in Niger. The Western giants, the US and France, have been left reeling as the military coup sent shockwaves through the region. The stadium in Niamey has become the stage for a political spectacle with supporters of the military junta waving Russian flags and cheering their new leaders. And all the while, poor President Mohamed Bazoum finds himself trapped in his own presidential house along with the keys of American and French interests. But the coup is not just about seizing power, it's also about controlling the vast resources of Niger. The US and France have had a free pass to exploit the country's uranium and other riches. But with the junta in control, that gravy train has come to a screeching halt. The people of Niger are fed up with the West exploitation, and now they have a military junta that won't give in to their demands so easily. Amidst all the chaos, there are also talks that NATO allies may attempt to invade Niger, the ominous threat of military conflict. 11 West African countries, led by Nigeria, are gearing up to restore Bazoum to power by force if the coup isn't reversed. On the other side, pro-Russian leaders from Mali and Burkina Faso have sworn to defend Niger. Seems a park egg is ready to explode, and the US and Europe are frantically looking for ways to salvage their interests. But wait, there's more drama. Down in South Africa, tensions are soaring as controversial figure Julius Malema has ignited a firestorm with his "Kill the Boer" chant. Elon Musk, ever the Twitter warrior, jumps in to call it a call for white genocide, and the White House officials are also joining the chorus in concern. Let's not forget that racism against whites has been a long-standing issue in Africa, especially in the aftermath of apartheid in South Africa. But is blaming it solely on anti-white racism a valid justification for the West to invade? Certainly not. The Western powers have their skeletons in the closet and they can't escape the repercussions of their historical misdeeds. And oh, the irony of Western administration, including the US, pointing fingers at racism. Joe Biden, the ringleader of the West, the man who once claimed to be a unifier, has often targeted white people with accusations of supremacy and support for Trump. The events of January 6th are still fresh in our minds, with hundreds of white individuals arrested and prosecuted for peaceful protests. It's a classic case of the pot calling the kettle black, or in this instance, the White House blaming the white population. But let's be real. The cries of racism would be just a smokescreen to justify the intervention in Niger. The truth is, the uprising against Western powers in Africa is a direct result of their own exploitative practices. For years, these countries have pillaged Africa's natural resources, leaving its people trapped in poverty while their riches are transported to distant shores. What France and the US sowed for a century is now going back to haunt them. The consequences of colonization and exploitation are now knocking on their doors, and they simply can't sweep it under the rug. While the Western powers may try to pin the blame on racism to justify the intervention, the truth reigns. Their own actions have played a significant role in the current unrest. As the drama unfolds, let's hope that the African people find a path towards independence from the clutches of exploitation and foreign interference. And maybe, just maybe, the Western powers will learn a valuable lesson in humility and respect for the sovereignty of other nations.